Well, like Jake said, my favorite part of getting ready for different holidays and seasons and times of the year are the different kinds of desserts that you make with it. I love in the summertime making ice cream sundaes or hot dogs for the 4th of July. One of my favorite parts of fall coming up is making caramel apples and s'mores. But my favorite time of year for their holiday snacks has got to be Christmas, because of all the sweet things we make for Christmas time, especially chocolate-covered pretzels. Chocolate-covered pretzels has become a big thing in my house over Christmas break. When we all come home from college and wherever, we'll spend a good day just making these things, and just to where we'll have like just an overabundance of chocolate pretzels, because they're really great to take to different parties and church gatherings, and or to eat in the car on holiday road trips and things like that. So not only does it make an easy dessert, but it also gives you a great way to make memories with your friends and family in the kitchen. So today we're going to look at how to make chocolate covered pretzels. We're going to look at how to heat the chocolate, the ingredients and materials that we'll need, and how to warm up the chocolate, dip the pretzels in the chocolate, and lay them out on wax paper to dry. So, like any other good recipe, we need to make sure we have all the materials before we get started, because nothing's worse than getting in the middle of cooking something and realizing you don't have everything you need, and how are you salvage what you already have. So to start out with, you're going to need some almond bark chocolate covered coating. You can either get it in milk chocolate or white chocolate. Both are good, but today we're using just regular milk chocolate. It comes in a big block with several squares together, but for demonstration purposes today we're using, I went ahead and cut off a little chunk of it right here. You're going to need that, some pretzels, just a bag of pretzels. Also brought a smaller version of that today too for demonstration purposes. And the materials you're going to need are, first of all, a microwave safe bowl, some wax paper to lay them out when you're done, also a knife and a fork. And so now that we have all the material that we're going to need, let's start by warming up the chocolate. So like I said, you can get this in milk chocolate or white chocolate. I prefer milk chocolate. So that's what we use the knife for, is to cut it off of the block just the size that you need to make it more useful in a dorm size setting. You can make this with a cereal bowl, and you can make it you can obviously make a lot larger amount at one time if you have bigger bowls and things like that, but I wanted to show y'all today an easier way to make it in your dorm room so you can have it easier and share with friends. So first of all, we're going to put it in the microwave, and we're going to microwave it for about 45 seconds. Okay, and while that's going, one of the great things of cooking is while some things are in the oven, you can get other things done by multitasking. So while we're waiting on that to get done, we're going to lay out the wax paper. And the wax paper is just nice because it gives you something to put the pretzels on, so it won't stick to a table or the plate or anything when you're trying to peel them off later, because then you don't want to leave half the chocolate on the table still. And so I lay out our wax paper, and also a lot of times when I'm cooking, I use the time that the chocolate's in the microwave to kind of clean up my area as I go, because I don't like cooking and ending up with a big mess at the end. So now that our chocolate is done, I'm going to pull it out. Okay. It's still, sometimes you kind of have to test and see if it's going to need a little bit more time. Some of this is still a little bit solid, so we're going to put it back in for another 10 or 15 seconds. And that's kind of the thing. It just depends kind of on sometimes the microwave you're using or how much you're using. You kind of have to play with it and see, but you want to make sure that the chocolate's already melted so it will cover your pretzels nicely. Alright, so we'll mix this up again. Oh yeah, that's much better already. Okay, so we're gonna stir it up. And with a bowl and the amount of chocolate this size, I would say maybe put anywhere between 3 to 5 pretzels in at a time. Obviously in a much bigger bowl, you can use more. And so you're gonna just throw them in there and kind of, you really want to get them immersed in the chocolate. And so maybe flip them with your fork a little bit and really get them mixed in there good. And our next step is next we're gonna take the pretzels out and lay them on the wax paper. And so really the important thing here is to make sure that you shake off all the excess chocolate so you don't have the holes covered in chocolate. You want it to look like a chocolate covered pretzel and not a chocolate covered blob. And so you're just gonna shake it off and put it on the wax paper. Either just kind of using like a back and forth motion, or sometimes I go just like in circles and just lay them right there. Sometimes if you want to try to use 2 different kinds of chocolate, you can do like white chocolate and dark chocolate and just kind of drizzle them, like kind of mix them together, you know, and drizzle some of the excess chocolate onto the other kind of chocolate. That's also really fun. So there we have it. Today, for demonstration purposes, we only made 3, but I have more. And so now you know how to successfully make this yummy snack, and specifically through making sure you have all the materials you need, microwaving the chocolate till it's melted nicely and not solid and chunky anymore, how to dip the pretzels in the chocolate and knock off the excess, how to dry them on this wax paper, and then in about probably 10 minutes they'll be ready to go. And you'll have not only a great holiday snack, but also hopefully memories with your friends.